Hello, hello, everybody. Happy 2-2-2-2-2-2-2-2-2-2. It is a day. It is a day. I love all these numerological configurations and the frequencies that they hold, and how we each kind of experience them in different ways, and how the cosmos is also aligned. Because, you know, we talk about February 22nd, 2022, but when you really think about it, our calendar is completely arbitrary and made up, right? March, back in the day of the Romans, used to be the first month of the year. And I think, I can't remember the exact time, but like 79 AD, I don't know, something like that. They added Julius, added January and February. And then January became the first month of the year. So, and then, there's other calendars as well. We have lunar calendars, and we have the Julian calendar. It's like, so really, what rhythm are we in? What rhythm are we really in? And is it really February 22nd? We've all agreed upon it being February 22nd, 2022, but there's a lot of discussion out there about this not being that year that it's supposed to be, because of all these changes they've made to time and the way that we count time. And then you look at the Mayan calendar, which is its own magnificent, accurate construction, of which I know very little about, but I do understand how all the rings of the calendar line up to create a dimension, to create a reality. And so we have that. So how are you moving through time, right? For me, I haven't worn a watch in like 30 years, Yeah, I'm old, you guys. I'm at least over 30. So I haven't worn a watch in a long time, and I've always been on time. I've always felt connected, and I know when things need to be addressed. Like anytime I'm cooking, I get up right before the timer gets off. Like there's this connection that I have to the movements and cycles of my life. And I just would love to hear from you. Like, how do you move through time? What is your experience of time? If you didn't have clocks, like when you have the chance to disconnect and unplug, like, and your body has a chance to realign itself and harmonize itself with the cycles of the universe, of Earth, where we live, in nature. Like, how does that move through you differently than when you look at a calendar, which is so linear? I mean, you look at a calendar, right, and it's all these little boxes. What am I going to do in this box and this box? So calendars and time and 2-2-2-2-2-2. I mean, they're all fascinating constructs of particular vibrations and particular realities, but you really get to choose how you relate to that. And when you start to come from a place where you realize more and more and embody your power as a creator, you create your own time, right? You create your own flow, you create your own climate, your own environment. You are the epicenter of how time is expressed through you, and all time is now. All time is now. So when you operate from a place of the now, of being present and connecting with where everything is, there is no past, there is no future, there is only now. When you use your awareness and connect with the now, you have access to creative abilities that you weren't aware of before, because you were going through life carrot and stick, right? Matriculating through life. But when you operate as the creator of life, you are endowed with that divine ability, you are endowed with that gift. Then you see how time shifts and relates to you in different ways. And I know from my own experience that time definitely is fluid. I mean, think about how quickly the days go, or when something, powerfully impacting your life was happening, like an accident or something, how time slows down, right? So time is like the Matrix in the movie. It moves, it morphs, and it responds to our awareness. So 2-2-2-2-2-2. Okay, beautiful. 2-2-2-2. I love it. I love it. And, we can make the meaning out of anything that we experience, so all the numbers and those patterns and repeating patterns that we experience, seeing them on the clocks, right? 11:11, 1:11, 3:33, 2:22. It's like it wakes you up, right? You're like, oh, I'm noticing this. I'm noticing this. And then you're like, well, what do I want to make this mean? What does this mean? So there is a beautiful power to numbers and the frequencies that they carry. Here's one in particular. This frequency is 528. Let me grab my little thing to wear so you can hear it. It's one of the solfeggio frequencies. There are, I think, 9 of those. Can't remember offhand now. So this is 528. This is the frequency that they attribute to love, one of the love frequencies, and for healing DNA. Okay, so we're talking about numbers and vibrations and frequencies. I don't have anything close to 222 to play for you. But we can use these vibrations to align us with a higher vibrational state. Our body, the field, electrical magnetic field of who we are, begins to resonate with these sounds. Right? So this fork plays just one particular frequency. Now, if I were going to play my Tibetan bowl, which I love, I don't know if you can see Tara in there. You see her? This has many frequencies happening at the same time, and it's made of different metals. So Tibetan bowls are said to be made of 7 different metals, one representing each of the planets. So back in the day, they knew about 7 planets and the 7 metals that are associated with each planet. So by using a bowl such as this, you're activating the cosmos within, the music of the spheres, as Pythagoras taught it. So, frequency. And how do you feel time is relating to you as you receive these sounds? Right? Just lots of little interesting bits of information about the power of sound, the power of numbers, and the nature of time, which I love to play with and use to my advantage. And speaking of playing with the power of now and being who you desire to be now, doors are open for you all to register for my 5-day masterclass for conscious creators. And if you didn't have an opportunity to attend last time, you really want to attend. It's really an amazing experience, taking you from planting the seed of your intention to having the experience of embodying that vibrational state. So when we're creating, we're bringing the invisible to the visible. How do we do that? We do that through the body. We do that through consciously paying attention to the vibration where that reality already is. And I'll post the link for you to register. It's free. People are having like amazing breakthroughs on the first day last time. And if you joined me last time, you're welcome to join me again. It's always lovely to journey with people over and over again. I love it. There's a deeper and deeper place we can go when we meet repeatedly together like that. So if you're feeling a desire, or you don't even know what your desire is, and you would like some guidance on how to create with ease, really, like every time I do these things that I'm going to show you, things happen within 24 hours sometimes, but usually I notice like a 2-week process, depending on how many, perceived moving parts there are. And the cool thing about it is this information that I'm going to share with you, I actually got in a dream back in September. It woke me up in the early morning hours and I had to write it down. And so it gives you an actual visual map of how we create and how to use that creative power to your advantage, using the power of your connection to time, to the infinite, limitless, abundant universe that we live in, and how to embody the vibration of the reality which you're seeking to create for yourself. So how to bridge the gap from where we are to where we want to be. Boy, she's doing a lot of tuning today, a lot of realignment here. Feels like a lot of people here maybe feel a little off kilter, not so upright. Right? So usually you go about your day and you're feeling pretty upright, but kind of leaning towards the side here. So you're not as balanced as you would like to be. I'd love to hear, in the comments, if you're watching this on the replay, are you feeling balanced today? How is the vibration and your connection to this day of 222222? How do you feel it moving through you? I know when I met with my Women in Wisdom group this morning, our mastermind, one of them was feeling really off. She didn't know what it was, but she was feeling very agitated. Heart was racing. So you're welcome to share what your experiences are of that. We all have different ways that the universal field and the collective field and our own individual journey affects us, right? Okay, my sounds are really talking to me today. So before I go into the drawing, the chimes actually started talking to me right when I started broadcasting. So we're gonna go with the chimes right now. I'm just really, as always, I'm just listening and following, and it always takes us to the perfect place. Wisdom of the chimes. So just receive your sense of time as water rushing past you. Maybe as a beautiful, gentle stream, or more like a rushing waterfall. How does your river of time move past you? Just begin to listen for her music and notice her currents. Notice how her speed and power make you feel. I could just play her for hours. I love her. I love her wisdom. I love her music. I love where she takes me, and I'm going to share with you what she was showing me. My chimes are actually the water element, and at first I was seeing the water, the moving water past me. It was a river, and how maybe uncomfortable some of the currents were, and how my body was responding to that. And how we can feel overwhelmed and maybe out of control when we don't know how to navigate these waters of life that are moving through us. And then there was a point where my physical self just completely just went away, and I was one with the water. There was no difference from me and the water. I became the water, and it was just like a beautiful sense of freedom, and I just felt suspended, and I wasn't rocking at all. It reminds me of the movie, now that it's coming back, Contact, with Jodie Foster. And they were building the plans of the spaceship, or the contraption that they had received from the aliens, and the people decided that it would be safer for her to put a chair inside, which wasn't part of the original construction, the original blueprint. And so when she was in there and she was about to take off, there was a lot of turbulence, and she was shaking. And finally the movement was so much that the chair broke away, and then she was just floating, and there was no movement at all. She was completely suspended. It's like that, right? When we find that place of letting go and surrendering to the currents of life, then we move with them rather than resist them. And there's a wisdom to these waters. There's a wisdom to these currents that we may not see from the perspective that we have right now. Got the puppies all activated here. So there's a wisdom to that. And so how can we shift our awareness and maybe navigate these waters with more ease, right? So we come up against that a lot, how to navigate life. Well, we use the body as a conduit. We use the body as a tool. The body is telling you this is not comfortable. So then we are able in that moment to have a recognition of that. We connect, I don't feel right. What can I do right now to feel better? What's the next best feeling I can have in this moment? Or what can I be grateful for in this moment? So there's ways to shift our perception and awareness of the experience that we're having if the waters are uncomfortable and we feel overrun, overwhelmed, and being swept away. I remember I felt like that a lot living on the road. I just felt like I was always assaulted by the world and really had very little space for me where I could feel safe and disconnect from, I think my mom came. I'm going to open the door for them. Give me 1 second. I apologize. They get so excited to see her when she comes home. So that was a current, right? And so how did I meet it? I was like, I just waited for it to pass. And there we go. So we can do these things in the moment, right? So, and the chimes had a bit more to say. So it was showing me the body, right? So as an acupuncturist, I'm actually working with the currents of the body. We have that, which are known as rivers. And so it starts off as these trickling waters, and they become bigger and bigger currents and rivers and streams that move through you. And so that's another way to start noticing how the currents of life are moving through you, by noticing if something's off in the body. And so there are ways that we can address that as well, by harmonizing the vibrational nature of oneself, right, through tools such as breath, acupuncture, etc., etc. Okay. So let me share with you the drawing. There we go. I posted this in the Facebook group. It was really quite exciting what came through today. Time to celebrate. Get out your party hats. The new year is now. So the new year is now. The new year is now. Every moment is new. Every moment is now. All the years are essentially now. So the new year is now. So celebrate now. Do not shy away. No wallflowers at this party. Here, everyone shines. What dish did you bring? It felt like it was a potluck. What dish did you bring? What's your specialty? What's your secret sauce? So we all have something beautiful to bring to the party. We all have something special. We all have a unique gift. We might have several gifts, but we have a unique design that is here configured specifically for you to bring your light through. Your superpower, your special sauce, your secret sauce. Your secret superpower sauce. So everyone is here. I saw everyone gathered around a big table, like I love those pictures and those moments where you're gathered with like 20, 30 people at this really long table. So everyone was here celebrating, and what you brought to serve is delicious. So imagine being at a celebration where everybody brought the most delicious food, their gift, and everybody is enjoying it. How would that feel for you to see everybody enjoying the dish you brought? I know when I bring food or cook for somebody, I look at their faces, right? I want to make sure that they're enjoying what I made and that I put my heart into when I make it. I'm really aware of the energy that's going into the food, like water for chocolate, that one? The energy that's going into the food that I make, and I really want to bring that light and love in my heart and that nourishment, whatever it is, or joy if I'm making something chocolatey, to the people who are eating my food. I love that. So imagine how that feels looking out along the table of all the people who are here celebrating together, and they're all just loving what you brought. Just feel that for a moment, right? Feel that. Happy 2222. Oh, at 12:22. I love it. See all those synchronicities. Okay? So this is the same thing. You are here to bring something to the celebration of life, to the celebration of humanity, and to the celebration of the Creator who is expressing itself through you. And imagine everyone enjoying what you are here to offer, what you are here to serve to others and to yourself. Yeah, that's so true, Mom. I know. I eat your food. And Grandpa's too. Oh my God, my grandpa, he made the best food, and you could totally tell his love was in it. Nothing tasted. You could stand right next to him and do the same things, and it wouldn't taste as good as his. So it's definitely, we each have something special to bring. Your light is unique. You are unique. You have a special gift. You have a purpose here to bring through to this time now. That's why we're here. That's why we're all here. We chose to be here now. We chose this time. And I know if you're sitting here listening to this, you know that, or you wouldn't be in this group, right? Because we all understand that on some level, one level or another, we know that to be true. So do you know what your light is? Do you know what your gift is? Do you know what your purpose or mission is? And maybe you do, but are you doing it? Are you living that out? What's holding you back from that? Okay. So in about 2 weeks, March 7th, I'm going to guide you through that so you can know what it is you want to create, so you can get clarity on what that looks like and how to make that happen from a place of effortless power by linking up with the Creator consciousness that lives within you. I teach you, and you have an experience of what it is to bridge the gap. Okay? So you learn how to create from the heart, live from the heart, trust this will help you, those of you who are interested in learning more about your intuition and how to increase your intuition. You'll get an experience of that. You'll also learn how to, and you do that through the body, and you also learn what it takes to make your dreams come true. Right? We're not just sitting there thinking about it and waiting for it to show up. Oh no. No. There are fundamental laws of the universe that we operate within. They are part of us. When I was talking about time at the beginning, we are not separate from that. You're not separate from the actual cycles of time, the laws of the universe. There is no time. It's just a dimension for us to perceive life, to see how it appears. Otherwise, other dimensional beings, things are instantaneous. They don't have this gap, right, of the invisible to the visible. They're in all of it. So we've chosen to experience time in this particular way because it helps us grow. It helps us hone our abilities, right? Helps us raise our vibration. It helps align us with who we are and why we're here. So I will take you through that process from planting the seed to embodiment. Okay, you'll have an experience of that. It's important with this kind of work that this isn't stuff that you just sit and read about and then go about your day. That's not how we create. Okay, that's creating unconsciously. But when you start to create with conscious awareness, you are aware of your power and you see it happen. You see it happen. And, I'm sure you all have had experiences where you've done this for yourself, right? But this takes it up a notch where you begin to live from that place. You live from that place of power. Power. And that's a really strong word. And I spent years contemplating what that felt for me and what that is for me. It had a very masculine, connotation for me for many years. And I feared it. And then there was the power that I feared being, that I had too much power and I didn't want to wield that. It was scary. I felt, and I know that was connected to other lifetimes and other incarnations. And this is familiar with a lot of people who are, in the healing arts. We know this deep connection to our power. And in the past, we may have not used it wisely. So we are here to use it with awareness. And this is what's happening. You have a beautiful reality, I guess. It's not really the word I want. When you look around the world today, you can see the contrast. That's the word I want. There's a beautiful contrast that we're seeing of those abusing power and those aligned with the power of the heart. And from that expression of it and that ability to witness it, we get to choose that and how we're going to express that through ourselves. And it's how we wield our own power, which is important. Okay, so this is again, this conscious creation and this work is not about reading and gaining more knowledge. This is about being it. Okay, this is about holding the vibration of who you really are, what you want to create, so you can make it happen, whatever it is. And I'm going to show you step by step how to do that in really simple, fun, magical ways, because I do it all the time. My clients do it, and you're going to have an experience of it that week. So I will put the link in the box to register. Please sign up, invite your friends, share. This light is not me, it's coming through me. I am a vehicle for this information for you. And this light is seeking to, find other people who are in resonance with it and are looking for this information. So if you know someone who might resonate with this and are seeking to up-level their powers as creators, and seeking to learn how to respond to life, who are seeking to amplify and connect with their intuitive ability so they feel connected and trust the choices that they make. We were talking about this morning in the podcast that we recorded. I'll put that up next week when it comes out. But we talk about intuition and its connection to trusting yourself, right? So all of these things have so many benefits to you. Yeah, of course you can use it to optimize your health. Of course you can use it to create better relationships in your life. Of course you can use it to create prosperity and abundance. Of course you can use it to find your purpose and your mission. Of course. Whatever it is you're wanting to create, it's these simple steps. You can use it for everything, and it's just amazing how simple it is. And all it does is take you showing up and doing it with me in the masterclass. So I'm so excited for you to step into your power, to bring your light and your gifts into the world. I'm here to remind you of that. That's my mission, to bring you back to yourself so you remember who you really are. I get so emotional every time I say that, but it's true. Okay? So Even if you have a sense of things, there's another place for you to get to. I've been on my mission, gosh, since this mission of harmonizing the nature of oneself since 2008. Okay. But as I continue to grow in myself and my connection and my confidence with my own abilities and my voice and sharing what's coming through me and really being the vessel for that and opening and surrendering to the waters of life, the light, I continue to learn what the harmonizing the nature of oneself really is. It continues to permeate and saturate and infuse me with its teachings, which I share with you. And I bring you into the harmony of one self. We are all one being, and we are all now. So be the you that you desire to be now. Sign up for my 5-day masterclass for conscious creators. It's going to be an amazing time. I've already been tracking it, and I'm excited. It feels like it has a life of its own. So with that, I wish you a beautiful day. Notice how you're moving through time, and see if you can connect with the natural cycles and let that inform you rather than the clock or the calendar or the musts and the have-tos. Okay? Let nature guide you, let your heart guide you, let your light guide you. And thank you for coming together with me to harmonize the nature of oneself. Register at the link, and I will see you next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, beautiful ones. Blessings, blessings, blessings.